The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have quad, triple witching out here. That's a beautiful thing. We get the Dow down 170, Nasdaq's off 26, S&Ps are off 9.5. Gold's up 15.50. Gold was looking over the cliff, decided not to dive. Thank God. Silver is up 38 cents at $14.09. You get platinum up 11 at 8.55. Bonds are moving topside once again. You get the 10 up 7 ticks. The 30 up 4. And good old King Dollar is down 470 at 98.85. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
Hey, your gold's going back up. We were talking about it Wednesday.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, when I was finishing...
So we may see a dip on the announcement a little bit after that, and then it's bouncing back up off of it now. So it went down 2 deviations yesterday.
It was fast. It was furious. Yeah. And it missed the swing low by like $1.50. And coming into a Friday, folks, with a down commodity market in general and a down gold market, it was really dangerous, So bottom line is
big movement, right?
Big movement.
Yeah, and two standard deviations. That says a lot.
Yeah,
that's 97% of expected movement built into option pricing.
Right.
Really, that's 97. That's a big number, man.
Right.
That's a big number. The dollar index, it hasn't basically shown its suit yet. Yesterday it went up. Big price, but you didn't have the juice behind it. Now you're backing down today, and there's no volume on the back down either. The option expiration, folks, if you want to see something that's absolutely wild, and I was talking about this last night, is that the spike in the futures, it's amazing how these operators can do it. They expire at 9:30. And you see this many times. They either spike it up or spike it down. And they spiked it up. And
they
it's
sure
like,
did.
Oh, my God. It's like amazing, right? And then it's just like that's the closing. The opening print is the closing print for the option, which is just amazing, man. So, hey, how about yesterday?
Is that how they do it on the dollar index? The opening print's the closing print?
No, on the S&Ps. See that spike this morning?
Yeah.
If you watch these spikes on the quad witching ESH, what happens is that let's see, here's the index. The open at 9:30 is the print. And that's when they expire, and it's a mind blower, man, that they can even do it. I mean, it's it's the large operators out there that they took that thing in 10 minutes from 2022 to 2029, and that was it. That was it. So that's the print, and of course, if you had something less than that, which happens quite a bit, it's like, oh my God,
Yes.
You're in the money and you're out of the money 2 seconds, and then you're back in the money, but that's too late.
It's funny how they mess with all these how they've designed all these different ones. You have the S&P 100. They actually go backwards on their expiration value. So it closes at 4:15, and then but then the 4 o'clock settlement price is the actual settlement. So if you exercise
on the
4:15,
oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, the OEX.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an old school crystal ball, basically. If you have a box on, where you buy a call and sell a put, and then you buy a put higher and sell a call,
yes,
and there's a big enough move, then you can actually close out the losing direction. You can exercise the losing direction and then sell it back off, and then lock in ARB. But it gives your broker a heart attack. So I used to do it on Thinkorswim, and they told me I can't do it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have to call down to the desk, and they have to drop. There's a box on the floor.
Okay.
And they actually have to call down to the floor. They actually have to have a runner fill it in and drop it in the box, and they close that box. And they couldn't get it done fast enough, and they got a little upset.
That's wild.
So
that is.
I'm like, I want my money.
I'm sure, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Totally.
So a floor trader taught me that one a long time ago. It's pretty cool. But it's weird that it actually settles. It keeps trading for 15 minutes, but it settles backwards. So you know what the settlement is before you have to close it down.
Yeah,
before you
as
can
it's still
exercise it.
trading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's intense. So, no doubt, nice. Folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top and the side. Hit the banner. You can bring the account up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And bottom line, you'll see, you'll start getting used to how these contracts can trade. The type of volatility that we have is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, this is like, talk about Christmas and holidays, man. This is fantastic. Usually it's all boring and quiet this time of year.
Well, yesterday, right, Tommy comes in. I'm just getting on the air at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock,
okay?
yeah.
And so...
Actually, it was 3:15.
It was 3:15.
your first break.
It was
his
my
first break, so it's 3:15 exactly.
So he comes in, he says, there's a binary that's a 10-to-1 that's 10 S&P points lower.
For the close of yesterday. So it was 60 minutes remaining, 3:15. They expired 4:15,
Right.
so 60 minutes.
Right, and so I'm looking at him, and I thought he was going to say that there's a daily, that, so picture, I'm on the, and so I was
So
ready.
you thought weekly.
Weekly,
Yeah.
I thought
He thought he'd have through today.
Right,
And then
so
I told him it was an hour.
I have the button, and then he says, and I says, oh man, I don't think I could.
It's only an hour, but
it's only an hour. I says, yeah, it's 10 points, but
It's tougher.
The bottom line is that, folks, it went down 20 points, and
It was even bigger than that because so it was trading at 2043, the SPX, and I'll pull it up even at some point maybe, but it's 2043.
Right.
So at 2033, the binary was 10-to-1 practically, but at 2030, the binary was almost 20-to-1. It was like 17-to-1 at 575, 94.25. It was trading at. So, and it eclipsed that by many S&P points.
I know, man.
So just, it's like you don't have to, I was saying, you don't have to go back much further to see the types of huge movements and, maybe that's just focusing on the binaries, little on the spreads. But those binaries, with these types of moves, you can have some huge swings. And that was just
if you catch the volatility days, you clean up.
Exactly. If if you're on the right side of the trade and you time it correctly, there's just huge risk rewards. Now, looking at that trade, it just happened yesterday. So, if you just traded the last hour of the day and tried to pick off a binary, you'd only have to be right literally 1-2 times a month, and you'd crush if you were looking for that type of a big move.
You'd actually net out a profit.
Oh, big time.
Oh, believe me, I was sitting there saying, great,
we both just
20
the fact
bucks is
that
$200.
And what happened is, Darrell, is I screenshotted it and took a picture of the contracts at 3:15 just because. So I was going to feature it in one of those articles for binaryoptions.nadex. And
right, yeah.
So,
we both put stuff up
so
there,
this wasn't just like cherry picked. Like literally, I looked at it and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. But I've been trading binaries early in the week, and I didn't do it yesterday. But I was like, this is just a cool example of because for me it was like, this isn't out of the realm. And I was just I was going to do that anyway last night, and then it happened. So I was like, oh, and then I took another screenshot at 4:15. So it was right on the dot, to the second. I wasn't just taking a million screenshots. I was like, this is just good to see that there's huge binary moves that, now you have to be right in 60 minutes. And you almost have to be right in 45 minutes because very rarely is there that final 15 minutes, which there was yesterday,
Yesterday
though.
It was. They trashed another 7 points.
But it's when you're talking about 20-to-1, and it's like, that was yesterday. If you picked any, and it's not even cherry picking like an hour. The last hour of the day is a great hour, I think, in this environment that you're paying not that much premium for the time because you have to be right instantly. But as we've seen, you can have big moves in the last hour.
And folks, what Tom just said there, this is really important to wrap your head around. You're not paying for the time. You don't have the time, but the cool thing is you're not paying for the time
because
either.
If you look at, that's where you thought it was a weekly because, you kind of wanted to pay for the time to have tomorrow.
I did. I was surprised, actually, that, that it was a 10-to-1 even with 10 points.
I was too, and that's why I say, you know what, I'm just going to talk about this tomorrow and what I write because that's just cool looking at that. I think a lot of people would be surprised to say, man, there's huge movement left in the market sometimes on a daily basis, and you're talking about 10-to-1, maybe 20-to-1 for 13 S&P points. That can happen, and then it happened.
Hey, Darrell, it's pretty cool too, and you've probably seen this before. I had got a call earlier. Actually, right at 3 o'clock. It was Carlos from California.
Okay.
And he was talking about the VIX. And what had happened, folks, is this. It was pretty wild. The VIX really hadn't started moving. even in the market as the market was going down.
Okay.
And so that's another reason that there was no juice probably inside that contract or those contracts.
That gives you an edge on premium right there, actually.
Right.
Yeah, it was really intriguing. It was like, man, I pulled it up. When I pulled it up, I says, man, this is pretty wild. And
that's where intuitively, that you just, and you don't have to understand, implied volatility, all this tough stuff. But if you are looking at it just like that, where you're saying, okay, the market's
going down and the VIX is staying flat.
Right. They're not really
stuff really cheap.
Right. And that's where it wasn't even making all those calculations. I just looked at it and I said, man, 10-1 on a 10-point S&P move, 20-1 on a 13. That's cheap. Just in my head, that's for me, for the volatility I anticipated at least that we've seen recently. I said that's pretty good risk reward for your money for the type of moves we have.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go to we got our man Tom from Plymouth. Hey Tom, what's going on, brother?
Hey Tom, how are you this morning, Tommy?
Hey Tom.
How you doing? Good?
I'm doing great. I just wanted to thank you for the advice the other day. Told me to get out of that USLV, and I took it.
Nice.
And yesterday, I happened to look and jump back in all over it.
Man.
So.
That's awesome, man. That is so cool. Okay, so now...
You said 992. Well, if it's 992, I'd be all over it again. It was 970. I was like, wow, okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, so now
you're right back up there. It's too cool.
And what I would say, you know what, man? You can always just take it again right now and groove for the weekend, man.
Or at least take half of it. Or...
I'm like, don't be greedy, but I don't know.
What you can do? You could. Okay, so let's see. You got 1050. It's 1053 by 1056. I mean, it looks to me that you're going to have juice the rest of the day, but just keep an eye on that volume, man. That was a great trade, man. 2 trades. You're cooking, brother.
Your Christmas presents in the mail.
Oh, you're awesome, Tom. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too. Thank you.
Awesome, man. You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Darren, and I, we're coming right back. Dow's off 200, Nasdaq's off 35, S&P's are off 12. We're going to right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling a problem on us out here. What we have up on the screen, folks, is the last. We have yesterday's trading up with the chart, the Nadex chart, with some of these binaries, so that you can actually see what the buy and sell was. And you know,
So
Darrell,
just to go over to slow down, it's the S&P 500 we're looking at, and so these are the binary option strike prices that are available on the right side, with the bid and the ask. So we were just talking about it. That way they can see it. You know, it's easy to go back and look, but you can see both sides. And even during the break, we were talking about the opportunities on both sides, and not even the 20-to-1 that I talk about. Now, to be fair, it's like a 16.39 to 1.
Okay.
And that's you're paying just slightly over 20-to-1. But even what did we just look at? So this had 45 minutes left until 4 o'clock, 15 minutes at the end. And even at 2036, now at this it was trading at 2042, that's only 6.65 S&P points. And you were getting better than a 5-to-1. I mean, there was not much priced in, and, you know, you were hemming and hawing because that was an opportunity there for sure. And same thing to the upside, though. You know, you go less than 10 points to the upside, and you're getting 8-to-1. You know, you go 12 points to the upside, and you're getting 15, 16-to-1.
They just didn't put the volatility. Well, the volatility
it just wasn't priced in. And what we say in the same respect, though, right? We said that it had traded within 9 S&P points since about 10:30, and in the same respect, that's, you know, there was nothing to say that as it was trending down to that same bottom line that it wasn't going to go above or below these 9 points. And many days it won't.
And you know, I was live on the air at that point, and Jay inside the Tigers Den, you know, was saying, hit the bottom again, third time. And I really just brought up, I said, this is getting too easy, man. You know what I mean? That these bottoms and tops, it just, when they bounce so many times, it's like, okay.
This is probably right where he was saying it, right? Now, this is the chart. This is the chart at 4:15, just to highlight how it just, you know, cascaded off.
Right.
And did it pop off of the area?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so
It went up. That's when I says, okay, this is just getting too easy. I mean, do you know what I mean?
And then
3 separate times, and that was 8 or 9 S&P points every time once it bounced up.
Yes.
You know, which is a lot of money, folks. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
You know, pretty wild.
I know. Big opportunities are coming in there. Go ahead.
Huge. Let's go to Stanley in Maine. Hey, Stanley, what's going on?
Morning, Tom. This is the first time I've seen the show. First time I've been in the house in the morning. I listen in the afternoons, and I'm liking it.
Isn't that cool, man? You're watching Tiger TV, right?
I am, and I have to say that your son turned out really well, considering he carries your DNA. You know what I mean?
Well said, Stanley.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
I know he's loving that.
Thanks, man.
Couple of points. Number one, I'm sick and tired of people saying that you have a Boston accent. I listen to you, and you speak correctly.
Totally, man. We got to get the rest of the world speaking like us.
Yeah, I don't know what's the matter with those other people. They talk funny, you know?
I'm telling you, man, they got a problem, you know? We'll get them all trained.
I'm with that plan.
And the other thing is having fun at work. I heard you speaking maybe 2 weeks ago about you had a friend that's in Local 7, the Iron Workers, and he was sending you pictures of the work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a retired member of the Boston building trades for longer than I care to share.
I love it.
And I speak with my buddies all the time, and it is just wild in the streets up there.
It is, man. The guy's name is Jay Hurley, and you should see this guy fight for his guys. It is so cool, folks. And, you know, I'm prejudiced in the fact that my father was the general chairman of the Signalman. The railroad used to walk, okay? But it's great watching, of course, in Boston, it's booming right now, okay? And it's just nice watching him fight, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's nice to have somebody speak up for working people.
Totally.
Like the opposite of what's going on. Oh, yeah, well, that whole Boston scene is just...
totally, man.
They're on it, you know?
And you know what I've learned, too, though? And this is a fact. That, okay, so picture, you know, you can be pro-con union and all that. The bottom line, you know, we've been building a lot of places. The skill set inside unions is huge, and that's why unions are there. I mean, it's a huge skill set, man. I mean, you know, it's a different ballgame. So.
Well, it's the apprenticeship program. Like in Germany, everybody's apprenticed.
Yes.
And that's part of their whole success. I mean, they could export even when the euro was very high. They had such skilled, oriented products that they could export with a high euro. So that just shows you what that whole apprenticeship does.
That's a fact, man. So, it's a good scene.
Skills matter, people matter, for sure. Totally.
Huge. And now, you know what's so cool now, too, is that, and it's sad because there's so many kids that, you know, are saddled with debt. Well, guess what? You know, there's skills sets that are making a lot more than people that have got, you know, education.
Vocational skills, no, trade skills for sure.
You stay right there, folks. We got Stanley coming back, Darrell, Tom, and Tommy. Dow's down $1.97, Nasdaq's off 33, S&Ps are off 11. We're going to be right back.
It's true. Life is all about choices. At Everbank, they're making it easy for you to make a smart one with this special cash offer. Open a new yield pledge money market account with funds from another financial institution, or deposit new funds into an existing yield pledge money market account, and you could earn up to a $500 cash reward. And if you're opening a new account, you'll also get their new higher 6-month bonus interest rate, along with their yield pledge promise that ensures your yield will always be in the top 5% of competitive accounts at banks nationwide. Open a new account or add to one. It's your choice. To qualify, you must meet balance and other limited time offer requirements. Go to everbank.com/TFNN for details and deposit options, or speak with one of their banking specialists at 1-855-750-4051 for more information. You must act by December 31st, 2015 to be eligible. Everbank is a member FDIC.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate the growl and a problem with us. We're talking with Stanley from Maine, and I believe we're going to talk about the GLD, Stanley?
Please.
Awesome, man. So, you know, the gold contract, the silver contract, they were basically looking over the cliff at the quarries and decided not to jump. It's a good setup, you know. I mean, now you have... So what you have here, folks, you actually have two breaks downtown, rejected it twice. You know, now that's saying that, okay, you know, the GLD is going to go for this 104.21. We put this on the weekly. Now, what you did have, you know, is that you were basically testing on the weekly with lighter volume, but it had a hold. And, you know, thus far, it looks like it's not only going to hold, but it's going to hold good. And at the end of the week, you're going to have a nice, it looks like you're going to have a nice hammer setup. So, you know, what I like about this is that you have the correlation that gold is moving counterintuitive to the market and counterintuitive to what actually should be happening when you think fundamentally that the Fed goes up in rates. Because everything is moving counterintuitively. I mean, bonds are going up. It's like, okay, so bonds are going up too. It's like, okay, you know, what is that about?
Kind of speaks to the volatility. Markets are still trying to figure out where everything should kind of be as a result of what the Fed and the economy.
Okay, so so gold would, the GLD would be a buy at the market as we speak?
Okay, and now if you don't own it right now, that's what I would do. Let's see. Well, let's see. So it's 104.21. That's where it wants to go to. The real question is now, where do you put your stop? You'd have to put a stop at 100.99. So let's say it's 101. So it's $1.15 downtown. And you're going for $2 uptown. Well, it's a 1 to 2, you know, if you do it right here. Meaning, you know, you risk $1 to make $2. I like to risk $1 to make $3, so you can be wrong a couple times, basically.
Okay, so you would like to buy it at what level then?
So if we put this back, if you get a retracement, you could put an order in at 101.68. If you get a fast retracement down there intraday, you might get it too. Okay,
thank you. And the other question I have, I moved my my buy order on Exxon. I had it at like 67.97, and after listening to you, I pushed it up to 71.97. Would that be workable?
Yeah, leave it right there.
That's 71.97.
I see 71.38 is the highs of the lows. And as we get closer down to that, you know, you get a high volume swing low when it came down there 2 weeks ago. That's at 73.79. We'll see how it comes down into that level.
Okay.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you very much, and I like the new show, and when I'm in the house in the morning, I'm definitely going to turn it on.
We appreciate that, man.
Thanks
so
Stanley.
much.
Take care, man.
I'll see you guys again at 3. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I like it. And listen, folks, we do appreciate the growl and prowl on us, and tell people about Tiger TV, please. Please tell 3 people. It's a great feature. I'm totally hooked on it.
It's awesome.
You know what I really like? You know what is amazing, folks? Okay, so picture this. It's our network, but you got to picture something that. When you get hooked on your own network, it's really cool. It is. I can't wait. I press it, listen.
Oh yeah. Start the day off with it and go through it.
It's wild, man. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Mike,
how you doing?
Good, man.
Darrell, I wanted to ask you a question. Right now, I'm in a spread, NG spread on Nadex. And
which one are you in right now?
45.70 to 46.10, and it's a 4.15 expiration. And what I did, I went short at the day high of about 45.86.75, and so I bought the spread at 45.87.9 to go short. Okay?
Okay, you entered to go short. Okay. All right.
Yeah, at 45.87.9. Now my real
nice.
question
Well, then you're up
is,
$100 on the spread right now.
Oh, it's great. These spreads.
Spreads are where it's at, baby. I love spreads.
Your courses and so forth are just wonderful. But anyway, my question was this: I'm going through in the mornings, and I see the premiums and so forth. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking for, of course, a positive premium on a to go down, as in this spread. Now, when you see a premium of $129 or $182, when you first see this, what are you thinking?
You mean if I'm in it already?
No, if you're looking to go in it.
If I'm looking to go in it, okay, basically the higher that premium number is, the slower that spread will move to mirror the market. That's the easiest formula I can give you.
Okay,
so
that's what I thought.
It basically means, it's, there's probably 100 different ways to put it, but really it comes down to the higher the premium is, then if it's near like zero, okay, if the proximity and the premium are near zero, I'll put it that way, if both are near zero,
it'll move the fastest.
Then it's going to move like lightning. Okay, it has traction. Okay,
right.
And premium and proximity are sort of like mud, and so your tires are going to spin a few times for every real rotation they get. And so that's sort of what's going on. So if you're in this trade right now and you went short and this premium is coming into play, the main reason for that is because you're getting closer to the floor. Actually, I think you've blown through the floor already. So at 45, 42, you're already below the thing. So you're at max profit if it sits where it's at. You have $70 left of premium in the trade. You've already taken out over $100, dollars in profit. And so it's going to move slow even if it goes back against you. I mean, you have a pretty nice wiggle room at this point. I mean, it's at 45.40 and the thing's at 45.70. That has to go 30 points against you before you even get back to max profit at expiration.
Exactly.
So, so right now you're just waiting on a case of time decay.
Right. Exactly.
One of the things that I do when this happens, if I do get nervous about it, I'm like, I got $70 on the line, right? And so you could go in if you wanted to, and you could look at shorter term ones where you could throw away a few bucks. Like you could buy. I'm just throwing some ideas out there for you. You can throw out like the 12 o'clock ones. Like you could buy a 45.70 for $10. And so if it really started flying back up, that one would pick up profit. If it really flew back, I mean, it only hovered you for like an hour.
Yeah.
Now the other thing you can do is you can go over to the binaries. And you can look and see, what kind of coverage can I get over on the binary side? I can look at spreads. Yeah, over here on the binary side, if I look at those, and I'm like, okay, well, 45.70 is where I start losing money at the end of the day, right?
Right.
So you have $70 of profit left inside the thing. You could, and this is totally optional. It's just if you want to give yourself like an additional 7 points locked in profit. then what you can do is you say, I'm going to give up $30 of that 70 that's sitting there, and I'm going to buy like a 45.72 for $30.
Right.
If it gets all the way back up there, then I'll get paid 70 more bucks if it expires above it. So if it expires right above it, you come out ahead. But if it goes like 7 more points above that ceiling, to where basically 45.70, 9 or whatever, I mean, you'd be basically at the exact same place you're at right now. Exactly. So that's a way to hedge, to lock in your profit. If you don't want to just close out the trade immediately, you're gonna pay some insurance to close to. You're either gonna give up $70 to close it out now, or you're gonna take on a little risk where you gotta watch it for the next 4 hours to get that last $70, or you can give yourself a bigger room all the way to the end of the day for like $30, or if you think maybe it's gonna pop back up right now because you see it bouncing off a level, that's when you go in and you get a short-term expiration spread where it's just right there. And, you give up a little bit of that premium just for, peace of mind while you're sitting back and waiting for that 4 hours.
Okay. Excellent.
Did that help at all?
Well, it really does. It really does. And I've talked to you before about that horrible trade that I did on my futures account.
Yeah, that hurt. That made me,
But
I've been there. I've done them.
Let me tell you, with your deals, with your education and so forth, just want you to know I'll be able to rejoin your school on January 1 because
awesome.
So I wanted to thank you and wish all of you a very happy holiday.
You too, Mike. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man.
Love it.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. Another happy spread trader. I love spreads.
Yeah, spreads are totally they're
where it's at.
With the volatility, it's kind of awesome. Yeah,
it is.
My favorite instrument ever built on the planet.
Yeah,
it's options, normal options, for day traders.
Yes.
So if you like day trading and you like options, that's how I got my start trading.
Yeah.
I was trading on a very well-known platform.
Yes.
And I didn't know, I was so new, I didn't know about the $25,000 rule.
Okay.
That you have to day trade.
Yeah.
Equities and equity options.
Sure.
And my wife was about that felicity. We were planning that out. She actually quit and started running a daycare out of the house. And we cashed out her $3,000 teacher retirement fund. We're pretty young. She hadn't built that much up yet, but that was my risk capital, high risk capital, when it's your wife's retirement fund.
Yeah, totally. The good news is that you're still married.
Yeah, she's very happy. Yeah, now she's really retired. So, but she's still a babysitter for her 2 kids, I guess. But man, that's a harder job than trading. She trades, but still.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But anyway, so I cashed that out, and I was day trading. I was going in, and I would do all this research on every company that had earnings coming out.
Okay.
And I would find out which ones had the most movement, on a historical basis when earnings came out. And it was probably like the worst thing you could do as a trader. But I guess I just did so much research, it worked out really well. But if you read any option book, it would say you're going to lose, right? Well, I did straddles on I'd pick 4 or 5 companies, and I'd go in the night before their earnings came out in the morning.
Nice.
Okay, and so I'd be 2 days ahead. So right before the market closes, I would buy straddles on all the companies that have earnings come out first thing in the morning. And so it's supposed to be the worst implied volatility time to do it, and because you get volatility crush after earnings comes out.
Sure.
And usually 2 or 3 positions would 1 or 2 wouldn't move at all, and then a couple 1 or 2 may get a little bit of volatility crush, but not first thing. It'd take through the end of the day before that happened.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'd find the one that was just exploding and making money. I'd literally close the other 4 and pour all the money into the one that was moving. And I did that over and over and over again, and made $30,000 in 60 days.
Huge.
And
Momentum.
thought I was a rock star. And then my wife's like, teach me what you're doing. I'm like, I don't think what I'm doing is very smart. I just know it's working, and I'm using really bad risk.
Well, it's important to know when you're running above expectation, though. Long-term expected, at least you're smart enough to know it doesn't go like that all the time. You can be profitable, but that's
just grab it a stat smaller.
Yeah, it's just, you got to do.
But I was opening and closing trades, and I would do some extra trades and stuff like that.
Well,
and I'd get away with this under $25,000 thing. And because there was no way to trade options, really. I mean, unless you had enough money to trade futures, which I didn't, for day trading. So I got away with it, got my account big enough, and by the time I found out about it, I had an account greater than $25,000.
That works out.
And yeah, but with Nadex, you can come in and that wouldn't have been an issue,
Right. Yeah.
You know, because you can day trade options,
Right.
And so you know, I mean, I studied for about. I studied for a year before I placed my first trade, and then I traded for another year and built up a little nest egg. And then I finally walked into my job and said it's costing me money to come to work, and that's when I started trading full time. So.
Perfect.
Just take your time, exactly.
And then Nadex started.
I know. I met them like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years later, and it's just been awesome. So due to Felicity. So yeah. She took another buckle, by the way, last week.
That's awesome.
She got 4th in District 7, and she is getting, like, she's really pumped. She just took an entire rodeo series. It took 8 months to win it. So she had 8 different rodeos she had to compete at.
Wow.
And
awesome.
tomorrow morning, she's going to get a saddle for winning every single age group, adult to peewee. And she's going to get a jacket for being top 5 in every age group. And then she's going to get a buckle for being the number 1 in peewee division.
She's going to need a room for all those accolades.
Well, what's funny is they don't expect peewees to win it. And so, like, it's a size 15 saddle. She won't even be able to really use it for, like, 4 or 5 years. But she's like, that's all right. She's like, I'll build up a supply.
It is all right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's her second saddle this year. The first one was, like, my mistake. It was sort of funny. I said, well, you know, when you win your first barrel race, I'll buy you, like, I'll let you design a saddle. I'll buy it for you.
Yeah.
She won one 3 weeks later.
I
thought it'd be like
motivation.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
I thought, like, by the end of the year, I'll have to get her a saddle. No, 3 weeks later, she's like, I won first place in the barrel race. Where's my saddle, Daddy?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So, no, it's been a fun year. I can't believe she just started back in April. But, yeah, she's done really good.
It's amazing, man. You know, markets out here, they continue to get pounded, folks. And what's going to get intriguing is that as we get further into the day, you know, this is option expiration. You start blowing through some of these numbers, which, like the S&P, right now we're at 2009. There's a lot of option contracts out there that will accelerate selling, you know, because people just want something back.
Yes.
You know, you stay right there, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien will come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Don't forget, folks, as you watching Tiger TV over the weekend, this is the last weekend to buy Tiger dollars. What happens with Tiger dollars, you can get a 25% bonus on what you spend. There's no expiration date. They're totally transferable. In this particular promotion, we're donating in your name 5% of the cash value up to $1,000. 10% of the cash value over $1,000. The way that would work is that you buy $500 worth of Tiger dollars, you get $625 to spend. We'll donate $25 in your name to the Salvation Army. Salvation Army will send you right to your house your tax deductible donation that you can write off on your taxes. The hard date is this Monday, right?
You got it.
The 21st. And it is a hard date because we have to get the names of Salvation Army, get them the bread, so people can have something at the holidays. Market-wise out here, bottom line is that, we're going to have some juice in the market.
Yeah, gold coming down right now.
Let's take a look at it. Gee, they love whacking this baby around.
We don't want to hear that, Darrell.
GCG6. Okay, let's see what we got.
Hey, I'm short. I'm liking it right now.
Okay, so we just went from 71 to 63. That would make sense, because that's good because
it came right off a 1.5 deviation level, also of a high ice.
Yeah. So this is pretty cool then, because you could get down to the 1061.80, and that wouldn't mean a thing if it's coming down like this. Let's see what we do with Stanley, because I gave Stanley a 101.67 as the buy right there.
15 pennies away.
Yeah, perfect, man. Cool, man. And and if you haven't traded the Nadex platform, folks, okay, you can have a field day with indices, with currencies, with the commodities.
I mean, just what we were talking about, looking at those binaries. I mean, that's something you didn't need to trade, just where looking at the market, seeing the opportunities on both sides,
yes,
and just kind of becoming acclimated to the opportunities, the premium, the risk reward. That's the stuff that I played with for a while on the demo.
And that's what you want to play with.
Right.
And
especially we're talking binaries, same thing Darrell's talking about on the spreads. Yes. You can see the same thing. What are you paying for premium when it's 10 points maybe away from the middle of that spread? Those types of risk reward. When you're risking 1 to make 4, how many points are you giving up in premium for that 1 to 4 risk reward? Those types of.
And you know, you want to absolutely, whatever instrument you're going to trade there, absolutely do the paper trades first.
For sure.
Because what you're going to see, as Darrell was explaining to Mike in Dallas, how these premiums work, right?
Yes.
What happens is this, folks. It's pretty amazing. I trade the NQs a lot, okay? So what happens with the NQs, let's say you're buying something that is out of the money by like even 4 points. Okay, now, well, let's put it this way.
Depending on how big the spread is.
Depending on how big the spread is. Let's take a 40-point spread, a 30-point spread. Let's take a 30-point spread. What happens is that you can be the actual, let's say we're at 45.50 right now, and the top of the spread is 45.55. Well, what ended up happening is that the crush on that spread, as it's coming into the money, okay, is very slow, and then all of a sudden it's just quicker, right? And you want to get used to that. I'm going to explain it as well as
it's adjusting to the premium and how it reacts to the price movement. To put it, I mean, and the crush on that spread.
Right.
What's the crush? But
no, I'm with
it's the movement. It's the movement and how the movement in the underlying indice affects, you know, the price within the spread, and that all gets determined, you know, just by premium and price. Go check it out. Download that demo.
Darrell, have a great one, a safe one. Of course, I look forward to speaking to you on Monday.
All right.
Folks, you stay right there. We got, let's see, we got Nico coming up, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. We'll be back this afternoon. Thanks Tom.
Man.
Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.